Hi and welcome. Today we're making some mini candles using your candle making starter kit. This is going to allow you to make 4 mini candles that we sell from the comfort of your own home. To get started, I recommend cleaning a flat and heat resistant surface so that you can make your work easier. I'm spraying my counter down and using paper towels to wipe down the surface to remove any debris that can mess the process up. With your surface clean, I also recommend that you lay down some old newspapers or any type of material that can catch any spills throughout the process. Now let's open our candle making kit. Inside the box, you will find a detail card that has all the information about what's included in the box, along with information about what you will need. And then you'll find 2 packs of soy wax. Since you will be making 4 of these candles in the long run, you'll only be using 1 to begin. You also have 4 bottles of fragrance oils. This one is for Cotton Fresh, but you also have the option of selecting our Passionate Guava scent. Then inside this bag, you'll find everything else. We have the wooden wick stirrers, the wick holders, the wick stickers, the warning labels that have instructions on how to burn your candles properly, along with how short you should trim your wicks, some labels that you can customize to your own liking, and of course, our cotton wicks. These have been selected for your mini candles specifically, so they will provide a great burn. Then we have 2 mini candle containers. These are 3 ounces each, and with our recycling method, you'll be able to make 4 candles using these 2 mini candle tins. We've also included detailed instructions for your candle making journey. And lastly, we've also included a digital thermometer for you to keep track of your temperatures throughout your candle making process. Now that we've opened our kit, it is time to get started. You have to choose your wax melting method, and for this video specifically, I recommend using the double boiler method. You will fill a small pot with a few inches of water, add a heat-safe container inside the pot before pouring in 1 bag of wax. You will then add this to your stovetop and turn on the heat so the wax can melt. While using this method, I definitely recommend that you stir occasionally and pay attention to how your wax is melting along with the temperature using your digital thermometer. This is very important to prevent any wax burning, and you'll be able to tell if your wax is burning by seeing a discoloration once it's melted. Another way of melting your wax is using the microwave method. Using a heat-safe container in your home, you will pour 1 bag of the wax into the container and melt the wax in intervals of 30 seconds to 1 minute, making sure to stir in between so the wax can melt evenly. Again, you will have to pay attention to how the wax is melting during this method just to make sure there are no discrepancies, and that way you're keeping track of the temperatures. As mentioned in the instructions, you will have to melt your wax anywhere between 180 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, making sure that it doesn't go any higher than 200 degrees Fahrenheit to prevent any burning. Now we're gonna set up our candle jars. So using our wick tabs or wick stickers, you will remove the covers off of 4 of these. Once done, you will then attach 1 wick to each of the wick tabs. All done. So now we're gonna insert the wicks into our mini tins. 2 wicks in each mini tins. You have to make sure that these are centered and even when aligning them. First one done. Second one done. These are for you to use in your second set of candles, so make sure you save them in the candle box. If you want to be extra safe and secure your wicks even more, you can use your wooden wick holders and make sure that they're glued to the bottom of your candle jar. Once that's done, you're going to use your wooden wick holders to secure these in place and prevent them from moving when you pour your candle wax into here. Same thing for the second one, just secure those wicks inside the holes. And now you're done setting up your jars. So let's move on to melting our wax. Once again, we're mixing the wax 135 degrees and rising. And since it hasn't reached 180 degrees yet, I'm gonna let it melt completely until it reaches that temperature. Once your wax reaches that temperature of 180 degrees or higher, but no more than 200 degrees, you're gonna turn off the heat and remove it from the double boiler. We recommend that you do this step carefully because your container will be hot. The next step will be for you to monitor your wax temperature so it could be at the right temperature for you to pour in your fragrance. I recommend that you you let your wax cool down to at least 170 degrees Fahrenheit, just to make sure that the wax and the scent that you add in there can bind properly. And when it reaches that temperature, you're gonna add in 2 of the 4 bottles of fragrance oil that you have in your candle making kit. You'll be mixing the fragrance and the wax together for at least 2 minutes. This will make sure that they're well combined together for you to get a perfectly scented candle. One thing we recommend is that you stir your wax very gently and softly so you don't make any spills and so that you don't rush the cooling down process. Now, since you've mixed your wax and your fragrance for the 2 required minutes, the next step is simply pouring your mixture into your candle containers. For this, the temperature will vary based on the environment that you're in, so make sure you follow the specific requirements for those temperatures for yourself. It will be listed on the instructions for you, and all you have to do is pour your candle wax into your containers. And now that you've finished pouring your candles, the next step is simply letting them cool down completely without disturbing them. I recommend that you keep the temperature in which you made your candles the same throughout the cooling process to prevent things like a crumble top and uneven surfaces. And once your candles are done cooling and they're completely white, all you have to do is trim those wicks. This is how long you want your candle wick to be before you burn them. Now you have a perfectly trimmed candle wick. Next thing to do is simply add on the lids, flip them over and add on the warning labels. And then it's up to you what you add onto here for your candle as a label. And that is how you make one of our mini candles. You see that smooth surface. But now we also have enough material for us to make another batch of these candles. And that is how you use our candle making starter kit to make your own mini candles at home. I hope this experience was enjoyable and insightful for you about the candle making process and everything that we have to put into our work when we're making your candles. And now that you're done, all you have to do is wait 1 week for you to smell your hard work. If you watch this video and haven't purchased your own candle making kit just yet, use the code YouTubeKit for you to get 10% off your first order at SurinAromas.com. And of course, make sure you tag us on Instagram for all the candles that you make. And don't forget, you have enough wax, fragrance, and everything else you need to make 2 more of these candles. So once you're done burning your mini candles, make sure you follow the instructions for your candle jar recycling method so that you can make another batch of your mini candles. Thank you, and until next time. Bye.